Hello guys, in today's video I will show you how to make enchanting profitable, how to make a lot of gold with enchanting. As you guys can see in the chat, I'm selling a lot of enchants and I have been doing it for quite some time now. It is definitely the easiest crafting profession to set up now in the world we're in, and you can make great gold with it, and you can easily get this setup done in maybe 1 to 2 hours, so it's really simple. First of all, I'm going to show you what specialization that is needed, and I'm also going to show you what equipment I have. Then I'm going to go through and show you how to find profitable crafts, and also some basic tips and tricks, what is good to craft, and also let's talk a little bit about gleaming shattering. But let's get going. Okay, so first of all, we're going to look at the specialization. I just want to say, do not get overwhelmed with how much knowledge points I have. This is a character that I only have had for like 2 weeks. You will get so much knowledge points with enchanting when you start doing it. You will get like 150 knowledge points instantly. So from the enchanting catch-up system, so it's really easy to get going. I highly recommend you to first put your points into ephemerals, enrichments, and equipment. You will put 5 points in the top node, then put 15 in the deceptive decorations. This will give you a lot new recipes, which will give you a lot of artisan's acuity for the first craft. It will also give you all of the knowledge points spent back. So it is a must to do this, because it is basically free artisan's acuity. So this one is the one you're going to start with. Then you're going to jump to supplementary shattering, because this one is really important as well. You're going to want to put 30 points into the supplementary shattering node. It will give you a lot of resourcefulness, multicraft, and ingenuity. For this specific setup, the only thing that is valuable is going to be the resourcefulness. After getting 30 in that, you're gonna want to put 30 points into resourceful residue, because that will give you a lot extra resourcefulness, which is really important for this build. You're going to want to leave those two empty if you follow what I have. After doing the supplementary shattering, you have a choice to make. Are you going to disenchant and do the gleaming shatter? Probably you will at some time do this, so I will recommend you to get exactly how I have done here. You're going to want to get 30 points into designated disenchanter, 30 into uncommon utilitarian, and 30 until to rare resourcing. So basically this will give you a lot of skill to disenchanting. Disenchanting is skill based, so it's all about the skill. For the gleaming shattering, it actually says that this node impacts it, so it's safest to go with this one, but I have no data on it, but it should impact. And either way, it is useful. Is if you're going to disenchant green items, you're going to want to get this uncommon utilitarian, and if you're planning to do disenchant blue stuff, you're gonna want to put points into rare resourcing. This will provide you with a lot of skill into disenchanting, and it is a must if you're planning to disenchant. If you're not going to disenchant or do the gleaming shattering at all, you can leave this, otherwise you have to put points into this. But the epic escalations is useless unless you're going to disenchant epic items, which right now I don't know if it's worth it. Maybe there is something you can make with this, but I don't have it. I see no use for it right now. By the way, you are going to have all of these points when you're done with the setup of the profession, because you're going to get all of these points from the catch-up. So if it looks like a lot of points spent, it's so easy to get. You will get it when you do the catch-up for enchanting, so don't worry about that. Also, last but absolutely not least is the everlasting enchantments. Here is the point where you can actually experiment a little bit. I don't think it matters too much what you actually start putting your points into here. All you get here is a couple of new recipes, which can be really good, don't get me wrong. You will get a lot of skills to your enchanting, so you will be able to spend less cost on mats to get better enchants. So what you're gonna want to do here is eventually you're gonna want to fill all of those out, so you get max skill on everything, so you can craft all rank 2's enchants pretty much with rank 1 mats, and also you will be able to craft all the rank 3 stuff and so on. So this is very important to lower your costs on crafting enchants, but the way you want to go here is totally up to you. What I think is this one is really good, because the Defender's March enchant is selling really good at rank 2, but however, if you all guys do this, probably it's going to be very competitive and oversaturated. So you will have to like go your own way, but everything in here gives you important skill. This one is good because it gives you to everything, to all enchants, so this one is really good. But then I would recommend you to like branch out a little bit so you get some new recipes, because if you see here, for example, you get the cursed haste, here you get the chant of the armored speed, so you get some new recipes. So you're gonna want to go somewhere to get those recipes and the skill to craft cheaper. So that is basically the specialization build, and it's so easy to get points. You will realize that when you learn enchanting and when you do the catch-up points. If you don't know how to do it fully, you can watch my Artisan's Acuity Shuffle video. It will go into detail on every step, very easy to follow, and you will end up with a lot of Artisan's Acuity and a lot of knowledge points for enchanting. So I'd recommend you to do that if you don't know how to do it. After you have the basic setup here, which can look overwhelming, but once again, it is not. This is the easiest profession to get into, so don't be afraid of trying, because it is really easy to get into. Let's look at what gear you are going to use. Since this is not a concentration build, a lot of people talk about concentration builds when they talk about enchanting. I do not, because I have this mass crafting build which is really OP. I make a lot of gold with crafting just regular enchants, mostly at rank 2 and a few at rank 3. You are going to want to prioritize getting the runed nullstone rod. This is the only profession that actually has a epic tool. You can just go to the crafting order as usually, find someone to craft it, get it at max rank. Don't forget to add a missive to it, so you get resourcefulness, because that is the only stat that is going to impact you. So the epic rod gives a little bit more stats than the blue one. That is why you want to get the epic rod. Then you're going to just want to get the blue tools, of course, to max your resourcefulness. So that is basically it, but of course prioritize the tool first, but you should get enough after doing the enchanting. Catch up knowledge points will give you a lot of acuity, so you should have enough. That is the basic gear. So then after this, I recommend you to go to the auction house and actually check for recipes for enchanting. Just search for enchanting current expansion. You will get a lot of enchanting recipes here, and as you can see, they are really cheap. So what I have done is just pretty much bought everything that was cheap when I was looking last time. So I got a lot of recipes that I can craft, so I will be able to make more profitable crafts to actually be able to diversify as much as possible. That is always good. Going for the more expensive ones here, I have no idea if it's worth. It might be. That's totally up to you guys what you want to do, but I have not done this. I have just went for the cheap ones because it is cheap Artisan's Acuity. You get some knowledge points for the first crafts, and also you get a lot of good recipes that can be very profitable. So I highly recommend doing that. After you have done this and you have done all the catch up, you are now in a very good spot, because you are basically ready to start craft profitable things. What you, however, want to think about when it comes to enchanting is that if you are going to disenchant stuff, you need to get to skill 100. If you are a blood elf, you will get 105 skill. It is really important because doing it with less skill will give you less rewards when disenchanting, which will mean less profit or even a loss when disenchanting. Also, blood elf is having a advantage here because they get 5 extra skill points. It is good for disenchanting. It is not a must. I am no blood elf, so it's not needed, but it will give you a little bit bigger margin when disenchanting. Okay, so let's talk about the Shatter Essence, which is a buff that you get that will give you extra stats, right? So when you actually select a item to salvage, you will get a buff. You should always go with the crystalline powder because it is the one that is so cheap. It's just 1 gold. So when I use this, I will actually get a buff up here that says I get 165 resourcefulness and some ingenuity and multicraft. This is really important, and it is a must. We put skill points into this one. It is the supplementary skill here that we put that gives us extra stats with it. So this is really important to always have when you are crafting. It's just on for 15 minutes. So make sure to never ever forget to use it when you're crafting, and whatever you do, just have this one on. Okay. So after you have done this, you will be fully set up to be able to make a lot of gold with enchanting. What you can do now, of course, you need the add-on CraftSim. All the add-ons I use is linked in the description. I mostly use CraftSim and TSM. Those are the two best add-ons for the World Within, and I use them a lot. So after you have CraftSim, what I have done is in the CraftSim options, I have actually went back now to using the default price string because I feel it's pretty good. But doing this, you have to have TSM. Otherwise, you will go with Auctionator, and then you will have to scan the auction house manually to get all the price updates. But yeah, all of those add-ons is included in the description down below. So when you have this set up, what you're gonna wanna do to find profitable crafts is to do your shatter essence, so you have your buff up. It is really, really important. I cannot stress that enough. Then you can just simply come to the recipe scan, go to the left menu here, make sure you are in the enchanting. The cogwheel, you can put it like this. You can have the auto select top profit quality if you want. It's a little bit different. You can do it without it and with it. Pretty much I switch a bit. You can disable the concentration for now, and you can just start a scan. So when you're finished scanning, you will see a list with a lot of items, hopefully a lot of them with green numbers, that is profitable. You can sort here to the right at relative profit. That's what I usually do, because then you see it sorts by the percentage profit. So now you will have a list here with all of the profitable recipes, and then the non-profitable will come as well. You can just hover over the item, see what's required for it. You can check like the sale rate here, average daily sold. I usually don't craft anything that is like less than 20. Just make sure, guys, you start crafting a very, very small amount of the enchants, and then you can ramp up when you learn like the market and how much and fast you actually can sell stuff. But basically you find a lot of easy profitable recipes here. What you can do then is either you can just left click on it and it will get you to the recipe here in the enchanting window. You can just start and you can enchant, but however, this will not do like input stuff for you. So what you can do is you can shift left click. If you shift left click, you will get the CraftSim craft queue here. I just recently starting to use this. I didn't for so long, but this is great. It will add it here to the list. You can just add like shift click on the ones you want to craft like this. Bam, bam, bam. Now I have a lot here. Now you can queue here how many you want to do. Let's say you want to do like 15 of each. Bam, bam, bam. Then what you can see is the expected total profit of all your crafts, the total crafting cost, and also this is the best one. You have the create auctionator shopping list here. You press that, you go into the auction house, you will have a CraftSim craft queue here that just lists all of the items that you need to buy. When you press an item, it automatically has the quantity. You just press buy now, accept, then you go to the next, and you buy all of the items. Then when you open enchanting again and you have your queue here, you can just press craft here on everything. It will craft the correct amount. It will add the correct reagents that you need to craft, because sometimes you will need, like this one, I need to use some rank 1 glimmering shards and some rank 2 glimmering shards. So it will automatically do this everything for you. So it's really simple, really OP, guys. This is next level and it's really, really OP. Okay, so the next thing I want to say is don't be afraid of crafting rank 2 enchants, because they sell. If they are profitable, don't be afraid. Try it out and see if you find recipes that are like profitable at rank 2 and if they sell, because a lot of recipes and enchants sell at rank 2, even at rank 1, even when it's more expensive than the rank 3. Like the auction house, it's so weird. People buy shit, I don't understand, but just try and you will find your own way. Also, if you have concentration, you might as well spend it. If you see here, if I use concentration on this craft, I get 1.4k profit instead of 66 gold loss here. So sometimes it's really good to use your concentration just for the extra gold, even if it's not a specific concentration build character. So don't forget to do it. It will add some extra gold for you. There is an enchanting bag here that is called Magically Infinite Messenger. It gives you actually 20 resourcefulness, ingenuity, and multicraft. You can get this one if you're planning to do a lot of enchanting. It's just 20 resourcefulness, but it will add up if you do a lot of enchanting. So it can definitely be worth it. I have not yet actually gotten it on this character. This is my like 0 to Bruto character. I don't have it. So this one you can just make a public order and hopefully someone will make it for you. If you have the extra acuity, of course, but you don't need to. This is 20 resourcefulness, so it won't add you like barely anything, but it will give you some extra, and if you do it a long time, it will actually be good. So let's just quickly talk about the Gleaming Shatter. So baseline, you turn 1 gaming shard into 3 storm dust. So this can proc on resourcefulness, and this can sometimes be very profitable. Like you can get up to like 15% margins on this, and it's just so simple. What you can do is just do this AFK and just craft for however long you want, and you get storm dust. Right now, I'm not sure how good the numbers are, but it can sometimes be really good, and you can actually get cheaper storm dust, so you can craft your enchants even cheaper, and that way you can get better margins if you'd like to. I do this sometimes, it can be really good. I recommend you to never do the rank 3, at least I never do. I have found 0 profits in doing the rank 3. The rank 2 can be really good, and the rank 1 can also be good. So rank 1 and 2, I recommend you to try it at least and see how it goes. But don't forget, you need to be min-maxed and you need to have all of the resourcefulness that you possibly can get. If you're still not sure how you're going to start with the profession, like the basic setup, you can go and watch my Artisan's Acuity Shuffling with video on my channel. It is using enchanting, and it's going through from start to like finish how to get all of the catch-up knowledge points and so on. It's really simple, but you can watch it if you want. Otherwise, you can figure it out yourself. Also, I will be leaving this weak aura down in the description, which will show you how many knowledge points you're missing and where to get them here in the info thing. Everything will be added that is important into the description. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something, and I hope you're hyped to actually try out enchanting and go ham and make some easy peasy gold. But I'll see you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and goodbye.